Hello, my dear friends. Namaste. I hope all of you are doing well. I am Vaibhav Rathi and I've been covering certain interview experiences from last year coming from SPJIMR, Narsi Monji, BITSOM, the private colleges and the IIMs, and I've been sharing them candid, raw and real with you so that it helps your journey and adds certain value so that you are able to convert your interview calls. If you have not checked out my other videos, I'll highly recommend you to subscribe my channel and check out the playlist itself after this video. Today's video is all about my IIM Amritsar interview experience. IIM Amritsar had its interview experience and journey online last year, and this was my potential IIM call, which I was keeping as a backup before converting all the other second and the best calls that I have that year. But at the same time, I would highly recommend you not to take any third generation all over IIM call lightly. I know that certain times you look at the placements reports and go that the third generation IIMs might not be performing as good as the first or second generation IIMs, but that doesn't even devalue the IIM tag that it has. The IIM tag is timeless. At times, third generation IIMs might not be performing well, but you need to certainly think from a long-term perspective. If you are a fresher or if you are a person who has graduated from a lesser known UG college and is struggling to get a placement, but if you have converted these calls, you should strongly consider these, because the curriculum, the rigor, the understanding, the case pedagogy is same in all the IIMs, and the reflection of yours and the learning of yours that will go along the way is phenomenal. You'll have to work upon yourself such that you are able to convert all of these interviews. You should be at a point, at a decision where you have all the converted calls, all the possible options, and then you are able to choose these calls. Do not tank these interviews or do not take these interviews opportunities lightly, because let me tell you, my friend, that same opportunities do not knock your door twice. Once you give your best, you will understand that the better outcomes and the better opportunities come your way, and you have to make sure that these interviews are also serving as mock interviews for your actual better interviews or better calls if you have any. If you do not perform well here, there are high chances that if you have a better call, let's say I'm Kohikode or I'm Indore, you might not perform well there as well. So having said that, I'll share all the interview questions candidly with you which were asked to me. I'm Amritsar was interview which was fairly less for me, I think 10-12 minutes or something, and also this was a 2 p.m. call, so I'm not sure if the timeline was also a reason my interview was short, but major part was my brief introduction, and I've covered this extensively in my I am Vishakhapatnam SPJIMR interview experiences as well, that how your introduction shapes a big way in answering these questions. So I will highly recommend you to watch those videos as well. So there were two, sir. When I spoke about my introduction, I made sure that I was emphasizing on my Deloitte experience, where I used to be involved in certain voluntary projects apart from my regular work, which were related to corporate social responsibilities, how I feel more towards the education sector as well. And this YouTube journey and commitment is also a part of my educational front, where I feel about education, how education can transform people's lives. So I used to go to Karnataka's primary government school, so I spoke about them. This is an example of giving open-ended direction to your interview which is not already in your resume, because I am Amritsar is someone who actually asks for your resume and they have that resume in hand, but this gave a direction where they had to ask me about my work, and they were pleasantly happy that okay, I'm doing certain work, so much so that one of the sir who was oldest, he actually told me that he is very happy that I'm doing certain aspects of work apart from my work, and he will be happy if I also contribute and work towards it even during my MBA journey. Then after setting a good tone, they went about asking about my family, how my school journey looked like, and certain questions around my schooling, my PORs there like head boy, and how did I manage my school work. Then I also told about my VIT Vellore timeline, where I was involved in a certain other PORs there. At that point of time, I was hugely involved in writing aspect as well. So I made sure that I mentioned about how my book as a co-author is published by the name of Poeticness. So few things were discussed around that. This was a fairly conversational interview so far. Few questions were again asked on news, geopolitical news, especially at that time there were few cases happening, so few things were asked around that, and I gave answer related to Trump's tariff exchange that were happening, which were on widely in news at that point of time. And sir seemed satisfied with these answers. And again, I don't know why my interview was very short, but then I did convert this call later on, so no regrets at the moment. But yeah, I feel your resume and your introduction plays a very big role in the interview, so do not take them lightly if any college is asking for it, and make sure you're going thoroughly through it before joining any call. At the end of the day, I'll just request you for one thing. I have been making YouTube videos just in last 6 to 7 months, but I'm putting my heart into it, and it's not easy as a person who is doing an MBA to survive on a 5 hour sleep and then create content and be passionate about it and post it on YouTube. So if you like my content, please do share it with all your friends and preparation groups so that it adds value to all of you.